session?
We bought 7 for that purpose, and the reason being that most defenses are going to run 3 linebackers and 4 DBs, or 3 DBs and 4 linebackers. So we want to have 1 for each dropper in the zone defense. And what we do is we set them out there from the line of scrimmage. We figure out where the drop points are in a zone defense, and that's where we place the dummies. And as you can see, I mean, before at Bellhaven, before we got Shadowman, we were using plastic trash cans, which are, not very tall. So they represent where the linebackers will be, but they're not really something that prohibits throwing over the top of them. And the idea of the drill is to teach the quarterbacks to throw in lanes and not throw over people, which is really important for our offense. So it's really a huge help. They also kind of help the receivers, because now as they're running those routes and they get ready to make a turn, they actually have something that represents a full body next to them, and not just some short little plastic trash can. And it really helps them with being able to recognize where the holes in the zone defense are. I think for the way we do it is I ask our defensive coaches how many they need at a time, and that number comes up to be about 7 or 8. And then for us, we want to have 7, because that's the number in the zone defense that usually drops. So I would think to really do it right, if you could have 14 or 15 in your program, and maybe not have to share them, that's optimum. But the great thing about them is they're so light and they're so easy to move around. If you're in a situation where you can't afford that many, you can still get it done, where you take your routes on air drill and do it, and then let the defense have them the rest of the day. One of the things we're really into doing is trying to progress the game in ways that make it safe for the players. And I think Shadowman is a big tool in doing that. And I'll give you an example. I'm an offensive coach, but this is from our defensive perspective. Is we decided to do Pete Carroll's rugby tackling a few years ago, which has a lot of merit to it. It really teaches your kids to come to balance before they tackle. It eliminates some of the shots where you get thrown out of the games for head-to-head tackling, and it makes the game safer. Well, Shadowman's the best thing we've found to be able to teach that. And the great thing about it is you can do it all year round, because rugby tackling you can teach without pads, and the Shadowman is very easy. Kids can blow them up and take them out there on their own. They're easy to move around. So I think things like that are really a good reason to invest in Shadowman and invest in probably all the products.
Great defense. I can't hear you. What's the difference between a good defense and a great defense? You're going to get tackled. You're going to tackle better by using that Shadowman.